What's going on, fam? Welcome to episode 911. How am I coming through? Can you hear me good? Am I sounding juicy? How do I sound? My mic sounds weird to me. I don't know if it's just my ears or whatnot. I feel like it sounds weird, but I don't know. I could be in my head. How am I doing? 911. Everyone can hear me okay? We're good. We's beautiful. Bow, but down. Sounding good. How do I sound? Do I sound sexy? Welcome to the Swole Hour. I'm your host, Papa Swole, with those sick fucking games. Welcome, fam, to episode 911. Papa Swole, making those gains. Papa Swole, making sick gains. Making sick gains every motherfucking day. Making gains. Bow. Y'all, fitness was out to bullshit.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 911 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on, Bishas? Welcome to episode 911. I forgot to change the title. Fucking amateur. Forgot to change the title of my show. Don't think, get it in, asking questions to grow. That's the title of the episode. There we go. Now I got it. All right. Oh, scared me for a second. Now, I don't know. I guess it's in my head, I suppose, but my audio sounds weird as fuck. So if I'm coming through okay, and I think everyone said that I am, it just sounds weird. It sounds like tinny, or I don't know. It's weird. It sounds weird to me. Is it the coffee? No, it's just you. Welcome to my ears. Well, welcome to the knowledge, dick. Slide it into your ear holes. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Welcome to episode 911. Thank you so much for joining me on a Saturday shevening. And I've been out all day. I was at a Niseido Jiu-Jitsu event, and it was awesome. It was great. I did a couple Instagram stories, so if you haven't checked out my IG stories, I'm not sure if I put them on my Facebook stories, but I did it on my Instagram, and it was super cool. So I did a little talk. We talked about nutrition, a little bit about the elimination diet, so that was awesome. And today's episode is actually inspired by everything that I was experiencing and watching today and observing, and it really is, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game when you are in a room with people that are disciplined. And that's because if anyone, and you can drop in the comments below if you have any experience with martial arts, and I have very limited experience personally, but I have been around it in the past and a lot more lately. And obviously you have different, depending on your martial art, you have different ranking systems, right? You move up and you progress, but it's all a matter of not quitting and continuing, which is very similar to what we always talk about here on the show. I'm always discussing discipline. I'm talking about doing it every day, making progress every day. Every day there's something to be done, whether it's strength training, whether it's tightening up your nutrition, whether it's sleeping better. There's always something that you can work on to improve, right? So this episode, Asking Questions to Grow, is inspired by the fact that no one in this entire organization, in this entire room, everyone that was there, and this was as many people as they could get together from the entire, all over the country, all the different dojos came for one event. this weekend, and everyone is engaged. Everyone is looking to grow. Everyone is asking questions. No one, even the experts, are experts. And the mentality of asking questions, which is what I really want to talk about today, the yearning for knowledge, the adaptation, the development, the constant zigzagging, the constant mental gymnastics that you do as you go through your career and your life. No matter what it is, you have to adjust how should I say? You have to be versatile in life. Obviously, things are going to come up in the way and things are going to pull you away from what you're trying to accomplish. Things are always going to be kind of working against you, if that makes sense. You're not going to have a smooth ride when you're trying to adopt fitness and change your lifestyle, whether you are trying to get bigger, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to improve your endurance, whatever your goal is, whatever your outcome, whatever you're trying to accomplish, it's not going to go your way. The forces in the world are not supporting you. You don't have wind at your back. Okay. Quite the opposite, especially when you're changing habits, especially when you're changing everything that you're trying to do, you're creating new habits, you have the wind in your face. You're going against the grain. And that's not always easy. And that's where a lot of people fail. That's where a lot of people don't make it past that initial hump. They don't get over that challenge of creating a habit. They don't get over the challenge of going against the grain. They don't thrive on the difficulty. And what's excellent and amazing is there was everyone from grandmasters, from white belts to grandmasters here. And everyone was asking questions. Everyone was asking questions. Everyone had that growth mentality. Everyone had the seeking mentality, the looking for more, the searching for more, the humility to not know everything, the humility to understand that there are others that know more, the understanding that they can learn from other people. And that's what we don't have enough in the fitness industry. And that's what martial arts can teach us, or we can learn from this type of ranking system, is that it's not, okay, you're better than someone else, you're more worthy than someone else. It's an acquiring of knowledge. It's an acquiring of experience. It's a different part of your life journey. And it takes years. Obviously, those of you that have practiced or you're familiar with it, obviously you don't become a black belt overnight. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and each one of those levels represents something different to different people. Some people might spend a couple years at one level. Some people might move through a level in 1 year or 6 months. I'm sure there's different pacings for different people and for different, different systems. There's going to be a different, I guess, promotion period depending on what you've earned, what you've accomplished, and so forth. But it's individual to you. Just like we talk about individualized nutrition, individualized programming, your own personal mental approach, it's going to be different for each person. You're going to remember your yellow belt in that process. You're going to remember your green belt in the process and where you were in your life. It's kind of like when you look at a picture. And I know a lot of you have pictures. I mean, we keep it all on our phones now, but you have physical pictures. You'll find an old album or an old high school yearbook or something, and you remember that time in your life. Or you hear a song, oh, I remember where I was. I remember my mindset. I remember what job I had. I remember the girlfriend or the boyfriend I was with. You remember that part in your life. It's the same thing with these different levels. You go through and you'll remember the 2 years and the hardships, and maybe you were struggling financially, or you were struggling with relationships, or struggling with your health, and you kept on going. But each level signifies you overcoming those obstacles. You earned it. You created that type of value within yourself, self-esteem, strength, whatever you want to call it, integrity. You are building upon the principles that you were taught by your superiors, that by those that have more experience, right? Those people that were bestowing information and knowledge upon you. And of course, it's practice. It's the physical practice. It's the physical mastery, but it's also the mental and emotional mastery. And I don't think anyone that has any kind of progression in a martial art will say it's easy, especially no level is easy. You have to earn that shit. You have to earn the respect. You have to earn that from your superiors, how you get promoted, how you move up in the ranks, so to speak. And again, what is fascinating is that all levels, black belts, first degree, second degree, third degree, are asking questions. Everyone's asking questions, and it's encouraged. And that's why I always encourage you to ask questions. And that's why tomorrow is Sunday Funday Q&A. So I'm going to post on my Instagram story, the little question thing, so you guys can start submitting questions. And I encourage you to ask as many as you want, or as many as you can, and I will go through them all tomorrow. Tomorrow is a massive Q&A episode. We've been doing it for the past couple weeks on Sunday, and I really like how it's turning out because it is the topic. The topic of the episode is what you bring to the table. What do you want to talk about tomorrow? So make sure, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go follow me and check out the Instagram story so you can ask your questions, so you can get those entered. And I'll make sure I post that up right after we get off here. That way you can start doing that. I want you to think about that. You've heard that before. There are no bad questions, right? There's no stupid questions. Well, that's a matter of opinion. I think there are definitely stupid questions, but not stupid in the sense that, oh, that's dumb, you're an idiot. I think there are poorly thought out questions. I think there are lazy questions. I don't know about stupid questions, because if you don't know, you don't know. But most people don't formulate quality questions. Most people just want to be spoon-fed. That's what most people want. What's the best diet? Well, how do I get bigger? Those are general lazy questions because there's no foundation. You haven't put in any effort. A quality question means a lot. A thought out question, a well-designed and fully thought out query is very, very respectable, and it's encouraged. I don't know everything, and you certainly don't know everything, and no one knows everything about everything. There's no one that knows everything about fitness. There's no one that knows everything about medicine. There's no one that knows everything about law. No one knows everything. Okay? It's important to acknowledge what you know. It's important to acknowledge what you don't know. And then there's the things that you don't know that you don't know. There's different spheres of awareness and knowledge. There are things you're going to use every day, and there are things that you're going to have to reach into your toolbox and bring out from time to time. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay not to know. Just like we talk about with the elimination process, it's okay not to have your nutrition figured out. I think we all would like to believe that there is an answer, that there's an answer to nutrition. How do I eat properly? How do I do better with with eating? That's the answer. Okay, I eat this and boom, I'll be good. Or I train like this and boom, I'll be good. Maybe temporarily, maybe for a moment. There isn't a direct answer for everything, and it's human nature. We want to know, right? The mysteries of the world, the meaning of life, what's the answer? But it's important to understand that not knowing is not a negative. It's a reason to search. It's a reason to practice. It's a reason to develop your skills. And too often we want to rely on someone else to have it all figured out. Just tell me what to do. Yeah, just tell me the answer. Hey man, what's the answer to this? Sometimes you have to figure out things on yourself, on your own. When it comes to nutrition, I can't do an elimination diet for you. I can't test foods. I can't tell you how you feel after you have pizza. I can't tell you how you feel after you have bread. I can't tell you how you feel after you have soda. Only you can do that. Only you can assess that. Only you can test those things. Only you can. But so often we try to put these responsibilities on someone else. Again, comes back to taking responsibility for your health, taking responsibility for your fitness, not my fitness. I'll help guide you and point you in the right direction whenever I can. But a lot of this stuff you have to put into practice, and you have to assess. You have to put these bricks down. You have to lay that shit down. You're the one that has to go through it. Okay? You can't just have a cookie cutter answer for most of these things. It is a journey, and it does take time. And everyone that is high ranking in martial arts, it's years, it's decades even of work and effort and not quitting and continuing. I think martial arts is the best way to signify a journey. That's literally like every notch, every level up, it's part of your life. It's different portions of your life. It's different sections and emotions and periods of your existence. And it represents the journey, represents never quitting. Is blood flow restriction training actually beneficial for hypertrophy? Maybe. You certainly don't need it to hypertrophy, though. That's another fad. That's another thing that's getting a lot of attention. It's like keto. Everyone wants to do keto. Everyone wants to fucking tourniquet their arms and do curls. You certainly don't need to. Is it beneficial? I would focus on your nutrition, your sleep, your meditation, and training hard like a motherfucker before you start trying to tie off your arms like a fucking heroin addict. Just my thought. Most people are trying to find a fancy shortcut. I'll tell you what, if you don't have everything else figured out, using blood flow restriction is not going to make a fucking difference. You still got to eat right. You still got to sleep right. You still got to train like a fucking beast. Holly, a person on my Facebook feed posted a video of a country in Europe where everyone is vegan. I don't think that exists. A country or a county? I don't know about that. Yeah. I don't know what that means. I'd like for you to what is that country? A country where everyone is vegan? I doubt it. It's like the smallest, was it Liechtenstein or something? The smallest country in the fucking world. Are all supplements bogus? I would have to say no, they're not all bogus, but most people are expecting to see reactions and effects of supplements that are unrealistic. They're not regulated. Whether or not, they're overdosed or underdosed, there's no real proof really that sometimes even proper dosing is going to make a fucking difference. Most people take supplements that are not going to show them any kind of, it's going to be negligible improvements. Negligible improvements. Like if you're not eating right, training hard, sleeping properly, taking creatine is not going to fucking, wow, I'm seeing amazing results because I'm taking creatine. Oh, wow, I'm taking glutamine, I'm taking this. Now I'm going to get fucking huge because I'm taking betaine and hydrous. You know, these are things that are icing on the cake. If you just have a fucking plate of icing, no one's going to want that. A plate of icing, you want the cake, right? So if you're going to make the whole fucking meal, do it right. Get the base first. Get the foundation first. When people want to get in shape, where do they go? They go to GNC or Vitamin Shop. They start buying supplements before they even, it's like right next to the gym front desk, right? You get your gym membership and then you want to get supplements. Oh, I'm starting to train. I'm going to get a protein shake, a protein powder, and this. Fuck off. Most people start with supplements when that's maybe the last thing you should fucking touch. So rather than, that's why I don't promote anything, because there's really nothing worth doing where most of you are actually at in your training. If you want to take creatine, a basic creatine, fine. Don't take the fancy creatines, all these different expensive brands. It's the cheapest fucking shit. It's proven for most people to be effective. You just need something basic. Are you familiar with deer antler velvet? Yeah, I don't really know if anyone really sees benefits from that. What, the insulin growth factor, the IGF-1 or whatever you're supposed to get from antlers from fucking deer. I don't think people are doing that shit anymore. That was a little bit of like a spurt where it got a little popular for a little bit. I think it, for all I can see, is it dropped off the map. I'll tell you what, I see plenty of progress and I never took fucking deer antler velvet. Thanks, but why are they so popular? Supplements? Because people want fucking things that work. Snake oil salesmen have been around for centuries. Supplements are popular because you put caffeine in something, you're going to feel fucking amped up. People want to buy something. Placebo effects are very, very powerful. People want to pay for something that's going to get them results. Well, get bigger, get faster, get stronger. Cool, I'll pay $30 for a tub of that. You know, it's a mental game in a lot of cases. Why are they so popular? And cocaine's popular too. Alcohol's popular. It gives people an effect, or it gets people a perceived effect. So they're popular because of marketing. You know, why do you think 3D movies got so popular? Because they shoved them in your fucking face nonstop. You don't have a choice. Okay, so they're popular. It's because they keep on trying to shove it up your ass. People always want an easy way to get yoked as quick as possible. Hard work gets results. There is no supplement that's going to get you faster results. Nothing happens fast. Nothing happens fast. Now, does that mean that you're going to take a supplement and get worse results? No. Honestly, taking a supplement might help you get more results in the instance that, okay, I'm taking this supplement, you're going to be more consistent. So I've also made this argument before too. You probably heard this in the show. taking a supplement and thinking it's giving you a result is probably the same and as valuable as if it actually did give you a result, because the brain is so powerful. If you take a pre-workout or you buy a supplement, and because you bought that supplement, you're going to go to the gym so you can use that supplement, you're going to the fucking gym. That might outweigh the fact that that supplement is doing absolutely nothing for you. And that's not to say that if you buy a supplement, it's hurting you. It just might not be helping you. I'm sure some of these supplements out there are dangerous, but sometimes it could just not do anything. You could just be consuming something that's just not helping you. So whether or not it's hurting you or just not helping you, is it a waste of money if it's getting you into the gym? I don't know. It's just, if it gets you into the gym, right? If you buy a pre-workout and you take it and then, I took my pre-workout, I'm going to go to the fucking gym now. Well, you're going to the gym. Going to the gym and the fact that you're going and exercising regularly, you're taking a little pre-workout, it might outweigh the fact that you took a pre-workout. Depends on how sensitive you are to artificial sweeteners. It depends on what damage that might cause long-term. We don't have all those answers. We don't have long-term studies for all that shit and all the stuff that's not monitored. It's not approved. It's not tested. It's just fucking put on a shelf. It's wild, wild west. And most people don't know that it's the wild, wild west when it comes to supplements. So does it matter if you take it or not? It might not help you. It also might not be hurting you. However, the outcome might be you're going to the gym. So if you take, let's say you take a placebo fat burner and you think it's a fat burner, but it's a cornstarch or something, right? And you go to the gym every fucking day, and you're eating right. You're taking your fat burner and it's complete garbage. You're going to the gym every day. You're eating better. You're going to lose weight. Wow, this fat burner really works. Or you're just being consistent with everything else and it's doing absolutely nothing. And you're losing weight and you're getting in better shape because you're fucking actually training and eating right consistently. And that's where a lot of people do these diet plans and these fads and stuff. And they see so many results because they're finally being consistent for the first time in their life. If you're eating a certain way specifically and it cuts out all these garbage foods and you're being consistent, regular, over and over and over again, you're training over and over again. Most fitness programs work, fam. Most fitness programs work. Some are much, much better than others, but most programs work. Why? Because it's consistent. The program is going to be 3, 4, or 5 days a week. It's going to have you eating specific things. It's not going to have you consuming tons of soda and sugar and carbs and fucking garbage and vegetable oils. So, big shocker that you get results. Most things that are going to give you super, super hardcore consistency and discipline are going to work. You might plateau at some point, and you might actually need to take it to the next level. But if you're consistent as fuck, you're going to get a lot of results. Why even bother with supplements? Eat fucking food, drink bloody water. Well, don't drink bloody water, but I know how you meant it, Australia. I know how you meant it. Drink bloody water. You could say fucking water. Just don't drink bloody water. If you're drinking bloody water, you have bigger problems than whether or not you're in shape. The question is, why are you drinking water with blood in it? There's other issues afoot. There's something else going on if there's blood in your water. I'll tell you that much. No, thank you. No, spank you. So that's a thought. And that's the feeling, that's the emotion that I have today. It's just amazing. And I love seeing people that are obviously extremely knowledgeable, extremely skilled in their craft, still asking questions, always asking questions. And it's great. It's the humility and it's the lack of ego that you don't know everything. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask specific questions. I mean, you can ask really good questions. The most brilliant minds in the world keep asking questions about the universe, about philosophy, whatever. Ask questions. It's fine. But I encourage you not to ask lazy questions, stupid questions, poor thought out questions. You can ask questions. I think that's a talent. That's a skill, honestly, to really create a thought and to ask a real, a solid question, because that will just further the dialogue and further the conversation if you ask a good question. Aussie slang, that's an issue in the world. Aussie slang, nothing wrong with that. Bloody water. Eat fucking food and drink some bloody water. Maybe I'll tell you that's my new supplement line. My pre-workout is going to be called Blood Water or Bloody Water. It's just a bottle of water that's tinted red It has red food coloring in it. I'm going to call it bloody water. Is it really blood? I don't know. Taste it and find out. You'll get huge. It's deer antler blood. I drain the blood from the skull. All right, I'll stop. Good to see you're still calling out all the bullshit, man. Love it. I need to sleep. Wish I could stay and listen. It's all good. Don't forget, everyone, you can catch the podcast, swolenormousx.com, and click on podcast. And you can see all the apps. You can follow them, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, everywhere you like your podcast. You can get the audio gains every single day. And I stream live whenever I can. And we're all over the place. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, everywhere. I'll stream to the fucking moon if I could. Papa Swolio streams everywhere. So what's going on Saturday? We're about to wrap this up because I'm heading out again. I'm heading out. Papa Swole, I'm all over the place today. But I'm really excited about tomorrow's Sunday Fun Day Q&A. I really want lots of questions. I hope I get it. I hope I get lots of questions. So I am going to post that warning alert. I'm posting that in my Instagram story. And all you do is you tap on the sticker and then you ask a question. It could be anything. You know, from the past couple episodes, the past couple Sundays, any question goes. Okay. Don't worry. Oh my God. Is he going to think this is a bad question, a stupid question? No. Don't worry. Just ask your question. I'm just putting it out there that you can really have well-developed questions. Like, don't try not to just ask generic, lazy stuff, because if you ask a generic, like bland question, right? Really vague question. And you know this, if you ask me a vague question, you're going to get a vague answer. How do I build muscle? Eat more, train hard. It's too vague to give a specific answer because it's not a specific question. General questions get general answers. Specific questions will get specific answers because they're targeted at something. And if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But make sure if you have a question, try to really think it through. What's your real question? What are you really trying to accomplish? What do you want your outcome to be? What answer do you want to receive? And not just what do you want to receive, but what, is it just how do I get bigger? Okay, let me think. What am I doing now? What am I trying to tweak? Is it a good idea to do this X, Y, and Z, or is it a better idea to do A, B, and C? Papa Swolio, what are your thoughts on fat grips? Are they beneficial or just a moneymaker? No, you're changing the position. It's like an easy curl bar over a straight bar. You have a thicker bar or a thinner bar. Fat grips are going to challenge your grip strength more, and they might reduce some pressure on your. Here's the thing. Things like fat grips might say, oh, they reduce pressure on your elbow because you're not squeezing as hard. If you're having elbow issues, you should fix your fucking elbow issues, not just use fat grips and work around it. However, if you have a wider diameter, a bigger, cross-sectional area, I have a pair of fat grips I bought like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe even more, forever ago. I don't even know where they are. I forget. I think they're in like a tub in like my storage. I used them a little bit and I forgot, and I have them somewhere. But yeah, they increase, you're grabbing a wider bar. So they absolutely change. You say, are they beneficial? It depends on what you're training for. I mean, try them, see if you like it, but they're definitely going to challenge your grip a little bit differently because you're grabbing a thicker bar. Mañana, hasta mañana. What up? See that? So where to start as a beginner? What do you mean? Where to start what? See what I mean? About general questions, where to start as a beginner. In terms of what? Like your nutrition, your supplements, or in terms of training? I always encourage people that are just getting started to start with yoga. Doesn't sound sexy. You're not going to want to. I want to get big. I want to build a muscle. Fine. But if you start with mobility and you start with endurance and stabilization training, you are going to stay healthier so much longer. You're going to reap so many more benefits if you start with practicing yoga first. Yoga, stabilization training, proper core training, full body workouts, a couple days a week. Get your body acclimated to doing resistance training, recovering, focus on your nutrition, start the right way. You have plenty of time. If you're a beginner, that's, again, let's go back to the main focus of this discussion today. The same martial arts progression. You're in it for the journey. You're in this for the rest of your life. Most people that practice, I shouldn't say most people, a lot of people quit everything, but people that practice martial arts, like you go in it and you practice other disciplines, you find passions in other different forms of the arts, but you do that for life. You continue down that path. You keep it as a part of your lifestyle. And, the best way to start is to understand that you're getting into this and you're going to keep this going. You're going to develop this over the course of your life. I mean, fitness and training is not, hey, I want to look good. Fitness and training is I want to be healthier and live a longer, more vibrant life. That's the answer. What's the way to success? Understanding what you want and putting the fucking work in to get there. What do you want? And then working your ass off to get there. You have to define success for yourself. Trisha, my 7-year-old son, says he wants an 8-pack like you, and he's going to do 50 push-ups a night so he can start him young. Nice. Get your 7-year-old son doing yoga. Tell him Papa Swole said practice yoga, and then do yoga with your son, and then send a picture my way, tag me, and I'll share it on my Instagram. I'd be happy to. Kids love yoga. Kids love yoga because you're bending, you're twisting, you're turning. Kids love doing that anyway. Give them some structure to it. Start them young. Start them appreciating that shit young. Jeremy, I wish I would have started with yoga. Most people that get into yoga after years and years of just training and not doing yoga, most people wish that. Most people wish that they started with yoga. If anything, most people wish they started with yoga a long, long time ago. A long time ago. Well, fam, a lot of great messages. I mean, the main message I wanted to get across with this episode, I have accomplished. I really want you. I know it's Saturday, so I know a lot of people are busy. You're not going to be catching this, but I encourage you to ask me a question on Instagram. I'm going to post that in my story right after I get offline here. And I encourage all of you to go and tap on the sticker and ask your question. I will be answering and I'll be giving shout outs for everyone asking questions tomorrow during the show. Okay, complete. And if you show up live, even if you don't ask me a question on Instagram, my Instagram stories, make sure you tune in because I'm taking a ton of questions, both live and both pre-prepared. But if you guaranteed want your question answered live on the show, make sure you send it to me. Make sure you answer that post, click on the sticker and submit your question when I have that on my story. That way I will guarantee I'll get through every single question that's submitted in text. Every single one. If it takes me 3 hours, I'll get through every single one. I doubt it will, but make sure that you submit your question because then if you're live and I don't see it or I'm getting a ton of stuff live, it might get pushed down. So if you want it for sure, make sure you ask me and reply to that when I post in my Instagram story. My friends, my Swole fam, stay tuned this week. Got some awesome stuff coming. Gonna probably crush out another fucking masterclass. On fire. We're on fire. We're gonna do this. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X will have an accountability meeting, State of the Swole, on Monday. If anyone listening, watching in this realm, interested in hooking into Swolenormous X and getting access to all this awesome shit, go check out my site, swolenormousx.com, and join the Swole fam ASAP. That way you're not missing any of the fucking content I'm releasing because dropping bombs. More bombs on the Bible's got Psalms. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everyone enjoys your Saturday evening. I'll be doing some more stories. I'll be doing some posting and stuff tonight. So make sure you plug into my Instagram story. And remember, I'll post up that question story where you can respond to it. And I will see everyone tomorrow for Sunday Funday Q&A. Ask your questions. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and make sure you respond to that story and hit that sticker. That way you can ask your question to be featured on 912. So I'll see everyone tomorrow for episode 912 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, Slaycast, Taintcast, Sundaycast, Saturday Nightcast, Beardcast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Thanks for joining me. Have a great and safe Saturday evening, piece of geese fam. Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swole, out.